It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Bills and the Dolphins on Thursday night.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago. The Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake in the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line. And these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot, and they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center and the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now it's Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And some good running out of the gates as he takes this up to the 33. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They got the ball in great field position after the fumble, but this defense tried to stand tall.
They certainly are, and a lot of times after you pick up a fumble or get an interception, you have momentum on your side. You kind of walk through a defense and score. Not so fast, not in this case.
Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. To the air, Allen. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. After the interception, here's Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's...
And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Bills have taken the early lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Miami set to take over. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him. Took just one play to move all the way to the... Try again on 1st down. Throwing is Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 62 yards. Here's Wilson to throw.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against him a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. You got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to play.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bills are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Starting the drive with a give to Mack. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Wilson. And that's incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here. For an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Wilson. This to the outside for Mack. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Jalen Phillips just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here are the Bills to take over. Last week they defeated the Broncos, and they've got the lead here as well as they work with a 1st and 10. Now Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Rhodes, and that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked. And
a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He finds his man, complete. It's Blake, and he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And he gets it down to the 32.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
He's able to get 6, a nice pickup down to the 21.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And now they'll throw with Allen, throwing the out route and complete. It's Rhodes, and able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. On first down, Allen. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. From the 31, Wilson. Going to throw right side here, complete. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
51 the mic, boys, 51. Here we go.
Now Wilson on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah,
and this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he is out of bounds all the way up near midfield. A big play there just before halftime. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The question to be asked, where does this game go from here as we are back at it now on EA Sports? And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. He's going to try and go deep again. And got his man complete. And they're going to get this all the way inside the Miami 15. A big play here for Buffalo.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 53 yards on the ground for him so far.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line. And
he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Bills will extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Wilson. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to kick it away. That's pulled in at the 32. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Bills ready to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Allen going to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A big play here for Buffalo.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for him.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10, escaping the pressure right. And he's got it. And the Bills are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Throwing now is Allen. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bills head on. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Miami's offense set and ready to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. 7 yards to pick up there. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, he's going to loft it deep right sideline. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short. Blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
To throw is Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This has kind of been the story all night long, hasn't it? An inability to really get much done on 3rd downs, and it's costing them.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Jalen Waddle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. On first down, it's Clark, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. On second and 11 now. Wilson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They'd go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
14.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
To throw again on second down. Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 72 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll keep it on the ground. Rhodes, and the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Flushed out right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. Incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them, because just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they
and they take him down. The Bills get to him. Jalen Phillips able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part, because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out, and no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Ah, yeah.
Their 2nd meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. They'll run on 1st down. It's Rhodes. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 24-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on.